review the main points previously discussed with our summary. In conclusion, today's society needs to realize that not everything revolves around technology. We need to remember that when talking to someone, we need to put down our phones, that talking to someone face to face is actually a privilege. Today, we tend to take moments we share with our friends and family for granted, considering we don't know when our last days with them are. We need to lay off the technology and use more face to face communication. First, Chelsea will present the attention step. She begins to talk about technology more than face to face communication. It is uncommon for a family to go to dinner without someone using their cell phone. Not only do we use technology too much, but we find ourselves talking about social media more than an actual conversation with someone. Evelyn began with the need step of the speech using her own personal experience with face to face communication. She states precious moments with friends and family are not always promised. We need to lay off the technology and spend precious moments with friends and family instead of just texting and calling them to make sure they're doing okay. Face to face communication is more successful when you're talking to each other. We also need to focus more on body language and tone in today's society, considering many people like to avoid direct contact. When texting someone, you can't really notice what they're feeling with their body language because it's just a plain text message. Like one worded text messages mean you're mad, or emojis describe all your feelings. We need to set down our phones and actually speak face to face with one another. Caitlin will then speak about the satisfaction step in our speech. She states that we need to learn how to actually listen to one another. When talking to someone face to face and someone's on their phone, you're not actually paying attention to them. You're paying more attention to the text message you're trying to send. We need to set down the technology and look at one each other eye to eye to actually acknowledge each other. Not only do we need to focus on one another more, we also need to begin calling each other by names again. When calling someone by their name, it's more it's more appropriate and seems like you have a better connection with them. Doing this, it actually shows you care and have a connection with each other. We need to be more sincere and show that we actually care. Carl will then present the visualization step of the speech. He begins to talk about the tone of voice when speaking to one another. Like he said before earlier in the speech, it's not what you said, it's how you said it. We need to focus more on face-to-face communication rather than using technology because things seem to be misunderstood. Without hearing their tone of voice, we can easily mistake a text message to be rude rather than nice. The only way we can fix face-to-face communication as a whole and realize that we need to lay off technology and start listening to one another. According to Colorado.edu website, people often fail to listen carefully. They may assume they know what the other person is saying or will say because they have heard it before, or they assume that one person is just like another person from the same group. If we learn to set down our cell phones or other technology device we are using when talking to someone, face-to-face communication will be fixed altogether. Not only do we need to do these things, but also fix our body language and have actual eye contact with one another. According to Inc.com, when you avoid eye contact, you're communicating the message that you lack confidence in yourself, are uncomfortable or afraid or want to escape. You can fix this problem simply by making eye contact with the people you're actually communicating with. All in all, we need to start listening more to one another and quit the use of technology. Loveker states, you have to listen to the other party. Do not commit the mistake of thinking that communication is only a one-way street.